సాయిరాం. మరికొద్దిసేపట్లో ప్రశాంతి నిలయంలోని సాయి కుల్వన్ సభామండపం నుండి ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారాలను మీరు వింటారు. దయచేసి వేచి ఉండండి.
कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमण्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः यात इषुः शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः शिवा शरव्यायातवतया नो रुद्रमृडया याते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन् ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गुंसीः पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक् अहीगुश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षुश्रिता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेडयीमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वाभूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोराग्नियोर्जाम् यास्य ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवतत्यधनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशते शुधे निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भवा विद्यन्धनु कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उता अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः याते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूवते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधायानातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्रयम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशा च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्पिञ्जराय त्विषीमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्रुषाय व्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तथाविने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नम उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते पत्नीनां पतये नमो नमः कृष्णवीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिनः व्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सृकाविभ्यो जिघागुंसद्भ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो सिमद्भ्यो नक्तञ्चरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नम उष्णीषिणे गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नम इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नम आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्योऽश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्तृगुं हतेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शत्रुभ्यः सङ्ग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यः श्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यः श्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिपिविष्टाय च नमो मीढुष्टमाय च सुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शेभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय चावस्वन्याय च नमः श्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चापगल्भाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुद्ध्याय च नमः सोऽभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नम उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय चाशुरथाय च नमः शूराय चावभिन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरूथिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे चेषु धिमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णे शवे चायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पथ्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सोद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कोप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः इन्द्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च ॐ हर 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 ॐ नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय च अरुणाय च नमः शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च नम उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमस्तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्ठ्याय च भेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नम इरिण्याय च प्रपत्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयणाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमस्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूर्म्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णशद्याय च नमोपगुरमाणाय चाभिघ्नते च नमः आखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो वः किरिकेभ्यो देवानागुं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमीवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता येषाम् पुरुषाणामेषाम् पशूनाम् माभेर्मा रोमो येषाम् किञ्चनाममत् या ते रुद्रशिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाः भेषजे शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजे तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागुम् रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिम् यथा नश्रमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वम् पुष्टम् ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् मृणानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृधि क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छञ्चयोश्च मनुरायजे पिता तदश्याम तव रुद्र प्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकम् मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितम् मानो वधीर्पितरम् मोत मातरम् प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभावितो वधीर्हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरार्ते गोघ्न उत पूरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मेते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यधा च नः शर्म यच्छद्विबर्हाः स्तुहि श्रुतम् गर्त सदंयुवानम् मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणत्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरा मघवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमीरस्तु कायतनयाय मृडया मीढुष्टमशिवतमशिवो न सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधम् निधाय कृत्तिम् वसानमाचर पिनाकम् बिभ्रदागहि विकिरित विलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुम् हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निवपन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवो स्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचीनामुखाकृधि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्र अधिभूम्या तेषागुम् सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन्महत्यर्नवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठा शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठादिवगुम् रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासक्कपर्दिनः ये अन्येषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये पतां पतिरक्षय ऐलभृदायव्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रुकावन्तो निषङ्गिणः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागुंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृणयन्तु ते यन्द्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितं भोजम्भे ददामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्व भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु ये ते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्येनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि तमुष्टु हि यस्विषुः सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वा महेशौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमो भिर्देवमसुरन्दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजो यगुं शिवाभिमर्शनः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
दिन की शुरुआत सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का आधार तेरे वंदन से करते हैं दिन की शुरुआत सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का आधार ऐ मालिक विनय तुमसे तुम रहना हरदम सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का आधार सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का आधार के इस मंदिर में सच्चा विद्या धन पाए दिनकर से भी उज्जवल अपना चरित्र हम बनाए ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का तेरी राह पे चलते जाए, जग के लिए उदाहरण अपना जीवन हम बनाए। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का जलता रहे इस अंतर मन में, ज्योति से इसकी रहे सबल और दृढ़ विश्वास हृदय में। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार। तेरे वंदन से करते हैं दिन की शुरुआत, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार। तेरे वंदन से करते हैं दिन की शुरुआत, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार। विद्या के इस मंदिर में सच्चा विद्या धन पाए, दिनकर से भी उज्ज्वल अपना चरित्र हम बनाए। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार, सत्यं वद धर्मं चर जीवन का धार। सुख दुख से अविचल रहकर तेरी राह पे चलते जाए, जग के लिए उदाहरण अपना जीवन हम बनाए। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का दार। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का दिन की शुरुआत। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। तेरे वंदन से करते हैं दिन की शुरुआत। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। के इस मंदिर में सच्चा विद्या धन पाए। दिनकर से भी उज्जवल अपना चरित्र हम बनाए। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का तेरी राह पे चलते जाए। जग के लिए उदाहरण अपना जीवन हम बनाए। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का जलता रहे इस ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। तेरे वंदन से करते हैं दिन की शुरुआत, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। तेरे वंदन से करते हैं दिन की शुरुआत, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार। ऐ मालिक विनय है तुमसे, तुम रहना हरदम साथ। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर जीवन का धार।
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our most humble pranams at Bhagawan's divine lotus feet. Esteemed elders, dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you. We welcome you all to the morning session of day 1 of the 6th National Convention of the National Council of Sri Sathya Sai Schools with the theme Excellence in Schools, the Sai Way, here at Prasanthi Nilayam. With Bhagawan's blessings, we'll commence the morning proceedings with lighting of the ceremonial lamp. We invite Sri K. Chakravarti Garu, Chairman, Sri Sathya Sai Global Council, Sri R. J. Ratnakar Garu, Managing Trustee, Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust, Sri Nimish Pandya Garu, All India President, Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organizations, to come and light the ceremonial lamp. Thank you, sir. This morning we have 3 esteemed speakers addressing the August gathering. The first speaker, Sri Umesh Dang, an alumnus of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, currently serving as the State President, Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organizations, Chhattisgarh, will be delivering the introductory talk for this national convention. He'll be followed by Sri Tribhuvan Sachdeva, alumnus of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning and the convener of the National Council of Sri Sathya Sai Schools, who will be addressing on the topic Genesis of the National Convention for Sri Sathya Sai Schools. The last speaker for this morning session is Sri Nimish Pandya, All India President, Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organizations, who will be addressing on the topic Strengthening Roots of the Sri Sathya Sai Education. We now invite the first speaker, Sri Umesh Dang, to come over to the dais and deliver his introductory talk. Sri Umesh Dang, Sai Ram.
My most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Lord, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected Chairman, Global Council, respected members of Central Trust, respected Managing Trustee, Central Trust, respected All India President, Sri Sathya Sai Seva Organization, India, members of National Council of Sri Sathya Sai Schools, members of management of various schools, principals, teachers, diploma holders, my dear fellow devotees, Sai Ram to you all. First and foremost, I welcome Swami to this conference. It is my pleasure to welcome all the participants for 2 days Sri Sathya Sai Schools Convention. 106 Sathya Sai schools are registered with National Council, out of which 82 Sri Sathya Sai schools are present here. I welcome all the members of management, principals, teachers, and diploma holders. In all, we are 401 present here to participate in convention. The theme of convention is Excellence in Schools, the Sai Way. The purpose is to bring all Sri Sathya Sai schools spread across country under one umbrella and work hand in hand, following guidance and teachings of Swami for the benefit of children. This is the 6th National Convention. The first National Convention was held in the year 2006 with 33 schools participating. After that, National Conventions were held after every 2 years. After 5th Convention, this convention is held after a gap of 6.5 years. The work of National Council was slowed down, but now it is gaining momentum. I am happy to share that all the schools have taken keen interest. Especially, I am thankful to the management and the principals. They were waiting eagerly for this day. During this period, they have approached us many times on different occasions and requested for the need of National Council. The National Council is supported by eminent educationists. They are the backbone of program. The Institute of Sathya Sai Education has trained more than 300 diploma holders. All these years, they have played a very important role and kept the lamp glow. I welcome all of you, my dear brothers and sisters. I must bring to the notice of you all the role of respected managing trustee and respected All India President. It is their initiative that has resulted in hosting of this convention. They will be interacting with you during the course of convention. I extend my warm welcome to both of you, sirs. Present convention is a teamwork. So many people are involved. I thank Swami for inspiring all of us and to bring us to this holy land, the abode of peace, Prasanthi Nilayam. At last, I welcome all of you brothers and sisters and hope your stay will be comfortable here and you will go back with good ideas. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering my most humble and prayerful salutations at the lotus feet of our most beloved Lord, Bhagawan Baba, who is present with us right now in our hearts. Most respected Chairman of the Global Council, respected Managing Trustee of the Central Trust, respected All India President, most respected elders, my dear brothers and sisters. It is indeed a very momentous occasion for the Sathya Sai schools in India that they are being blessed after almost 10 years to yet again come down to Puttaparthi in the holy precincts of Prasanthi Nilayam and come and seek Swami's direct blessings by way of this convention. So we are thankful to Swami for having given us this opportunity of yet inviting us as a family and being here together. It has been said that the education system of any country is like a bank on which the country draws strong, reliable young men and women. When this system goes bankrupt, as ours had very nearly gone, it is really a national disaster. What is required is that this system needs to be overhauled and lubricated thoroughly. Now, Swami knew about this fact that where our education system was heading. So as early as 1968, Swami set about repairing this job of the education system in this country. We cannot rest and say that it was probably the Britishers who had pulled down the education system of our country. It was Lord Macaulay who felt that the culture, the Guru Shishya Parampara should be taken away so that we could make out glorified clerks out of the system of our country. But then Swami set about with the repair job, and as early as in 1968, Swami started a college for women in Anantapur. Swami always felt that you teach a girl, you teach a family. That was the dictum with which Swami worked. Soon after that, Swami started yet another college in Whitefields, Vrindavan. And in 1979, Prasanthi Nilayam saw the first college campus opening up. 1981 saw the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning coming. Now it's taken a huge shape presently. And in between, Swami started various schools also, out of which you can see Sri Sathya Sai School here, two of them, the primary school and the higher secondary school. Now, after taking a clue from Swami, there were many devotees who felt that they must fall in line with Bhagawan's dictum and also start various schools. And we remember as young boys, when we used to sit here as students in the portico, lots of devotees used to come with maps, with details of starting schools, and Swami was very benevolent. He would bless each one of them and give them the power, the strength, and the ability to open up schools. And gradually, with Swami's divine will, all these devotees were able to open up various schools in different parts of the country through the length and breadth of north to south and from east to west. But Swami was not just satisfied with it. In 1969, Swami started what was informal education in form of Bal Vikas. And these Bal Vikas classes were what taught spiritual education, the samskar classes for the younger children from various parts of the country. After which Swami started education in human values. We were wondering, why is Swami starting so many educational institutions and so many programs? It was to ensure that the right amount of positivity goes into the society. It was way back in 2006 that the first convention of Sathya Sai schools was held. And we were surprised to note that we thought there must be close to 20 or 25 schools, and we could garner about 33 schools in all. And those were the schools which were being managed and run by the state trusts. A little bit of hard work was done. A little effort was put in with Bhagawan's grace, and soon we realized the number was not merely 33 as we had thought. It was not 40, it was not 50, it was close to 100. And the next convention, which was held after 4 years in Nagpur in 2010, we had 99 schools attending that convention. And 2 years after that, in Puttaparthi, in the holy precincts of Prasanthi Nilayam, we had the third convention in 2012. In 2014, we had the same convention with all the 99 schools in Indore. And 2016 at Vishakhapatnam was the fifth convention of all the Sathya Sai schools. It was in January 2011 that Swami's direct blessings were bestowed on the National Council of Sathya Sai Schools in India, and this organization was given the form which it is in today. From January 2011, it has been the ardent task of this organization to bring all the Sathya Sai schools in India under one divine umbrella of Bhagawan. And what are the main objectives of National Council, if one may ask? First and foremost, it is to implement a common minimum program in all schools, which bear the name of Shri Sathya Sai. It is also to organize training of teachers and educators in value education. And to fulfill this process, we also have an accreditation process wherein we accredit the schools based on the activities they carry out, based on the common minimum program they follow, and based on the system which they train their teachers regularly in value education. You will be very happy to note that there are presently 106 schools all over India which are registered with the National Council of Sathya Sai Schools. And what is surprising to note is that the 5 states of south of India and Orissa, they comprise of almost 66 Sathya Sai schools in India. And if I could just give you a breakup, if I could just give you the breakup of the schools, Karnataka state heads with the highest number of Sathya Sai schools which are registered with the National Council, 21. Orissa has 17 such schools. Tamil Nadu has 12 such schools. The joint states of Andhra and Telangana have 9 such schools. And the state of Kerala has 7 such schools, which totals up to almost 66. And the rest of India has about 40 schools, which are interspersed throughout various states through the length and breadth of this country. And what is of very utmost importance thing to note is that there are close to 50,000 students who are studying in the Sathya Sai schools all over India. And there are close to 2,500 teachers who are working hard day in and day night, and they are representing the National Council, and they have come in huge numbers today also to attend this convention and understand the dictum of Bhagawan as to how to follow the value education system in our schools on a regular basis. If we talk about the education boards, we have about 30 schools which are run under the CBSE board. One school comes under the ICSE board, and there are about 75 schools which are governed by the state boards, various respected state boards, be it of Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, etc. Out of 106 schools, 73 schools have English as the medium of teaching, and the other schools follow the vernacular language, and they are gradually catching up as they realize that however much we may say, but English is the language through which education can be imparted, and the students can grow up to do better in this field of academics. To fulfill this objective of training teachers, so far we have had 2 systems of inviting the teachers and making them undergo a system wherein they were trained under value education. One was known as a diploma course. Now this diploma course was a course which was conducted for almost 45 days. It was a residential course. Under this course, you had to stay in the place where the course was being conducted. Mostly it used to be either Mumbai or Kodaikanal or other such places, even Prasanthi Nilayam for that matter. And it was like a period of sadhana wherein a teacher or a principal or a member of the management would come and stay in the holy precincts, imbibe what the gurus were giving, make their own lives purify themselves so that they could share that language. And then it was not possible for everyone to come at a stretch for 45 days. So we started extending certificate courses in various schools, in the premises of the various schools all over India. And these certificate courses were conducted for almost 21 days at a stretch. And in these 21 days, we realized that the teachers were well trained, they were well equipped to impart education and human values to all the young minds. They were able to affect and probably impart the right kind of education which Bhagawan wanted. So far, in the 45-day course, we have a turnaround of almost 275 candidates who have successfully covered the diploma courses, and about 1,800 teachers who were trained through the certificate courses, the 21-day certificate courses in various schools. Apart from these, short-term courses of 3 days to a week have also been conducted on a regular basis so that imparting of education and human values is done on a continuous basis. These are a few statistics which talk about the genesis of National Council, how it was started in a small way and how Bhagawan blessed it, and in 2011 it was formed formally, and how today it is. And we, as children of Bhagawan, gather here in Prasanthi Nilayam and pray to Bhagawan that may he grant us strength so that all the schools come under one umbrella, they are governed in a positive way, and we all head towards creating a new society, creating new children with purified minds, with good souls, and also those who have a firm belief in education and human values. But one question of paramount importance is always there, looming large. How can training teachers make good citizens? Just because you train a few teachers in human values, how would that really help in the classroom sessions? So I am reminded of a very beautiful live example which I have witnessed myself. Normally, everyone believes that it is very simple and very easy to impart human value classes in languages. That is in Hindi, English, Telugu, Tamil, Uriya, Kannadiga, so all Kannada language. So all these languages, when a teacher is teaching them in classroom session, it is very simple for them to give them good anecdotes, good stories, and probably the underlining fact that what is the hidden value in that, and the children can, in an indirect way, absorb that value. But then, a maths teacher taught me how in a classroom session with mathematics also, values can be imparted. And I was wondering, how can you impart values in a subject like mathematics? So normally, an example is given to us that a child is given 50 rupees. Let's say the child's name is Mohan. Mohan is given 50 rupees by his father, and his father tells him, go to the market and buy apples. Mohan goes and he realizes that out of that 50 rupees, he can get 5 apples. So he carries all those 5 apples, and he did not have a bag with him. He's trying to balance those 5 apples, but unfortunately, 2 apples fall down. Now the maths teacher asks, how many apples are remaining in hands of Mohan? So obviously, we'll say when 2 apples have fallen down, he's got 3 apples in his hand. But now, a teacher who has undergone these courses in diploma or certificate courses or the system of value education imparted by Bhagawan, the teacher would give an example in the similar way, but in a slightly different fashion. The teacher would say that you were given 50 rupees, you got 5 apples. Now you are carrying those apples to your way home. And on the way, you meet an old man, a hungry man, who has not eaten food for almost a day. And he pleads you with folded hands and requests that, Babuji, please give me 1 or 2 apples, I haven't eaten. Now looking at the poor condition and looking at the condition of the old man, the child gets pity in his heart. He gets sympathetic and he realizes, my goodness, I have so many apples, why can't I give 2 apples to this old man? He gives away very gladly those 2 apples to that old man. Now the question is, how many apples are remaining? The answer is the same, 3 apples only. But the teacher has given the most important value of sympathy, of pity, of having the factor of feeling the pain of another person in your heart, and the ability to part with certain objects which you have. Now these small little examples go a long way into the psyche of a child who remembers. And we have seen that all the students who have passed out from various schools, when they do come and meet you For that matter, all of us who have passed out from the holy portals of Prasanthi Nilayam also feel that all what was imparted to us by Bhagawan Baba, by our respected teachers, it some way or the other, it is there in your heart. It remains with you. Whenever you are going and meeting a challenge in the world, you know the shortest distance between point A and point B is a straight line. So why should I go to crooked means? I must do everything the straight way. So we have prayed to Bhagavan that it is our humble effort that these schools, which are geographically located from all over different parts of the country, they be brought under the divine umbrella of Bhagavan, and we try to impart them whatever we have learned from Bhagavan. So, Tera tujhko arpan, kya lage mera. With this feeling, we pray to Bhagavan that may He strengthen all of us who have gathered here. May we make our lives richer first. May we walk the talk. May we become the role models which Bhagavan wants to become, so that wherever we go, people say that yes, they are part of the Sathya Sai education system. So Bhagavan, I most humbly pray on behalf of all the august gathering here that kindly bless all the proceedings, kindly bless all of us so that we become walking role models of your grace and your teachings. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering a humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of beloved Swami. We thank you, Swami, for allowing us to be in your presence. And as all my earlier two brothers mentioned, on behalf of all of us, we seek your guidance and blessings to see that we become your instruments in this mission set forth by you. Dear brothers and sisters, Brother Umesh Dang and Brother Tribhuvan Sachdeva has laid before us the ambit of what was, what is, and what should be. But I think the time has now come for all of us who have been fortunate enough to be a part of a Sri Sathya Sai school ecosystem. I would say that we have joined this ecosystem either by choice or by default, or that we had nothing else to do and therefore we are here. But one thing we must remember, whatever may be the reasons for the management, for the principals, for the teachers, to have come under the umbrella of something called Sri Sathya Sai School is something which is to be reckoned with from the bottom of our hearts, brothers and sisters. It is not by chance that you are here. We must accept that we are here by sheer divine plan. And if that is the case, then we have a great onerous task to fulfill the mandate of Him who has given us this blessing. In today's modern times, education is understood in various ways. But it is Bhagavan who came and gave us the first blessings. I'm reminded of the story of the Ramayana when Lord Sri Rama himself tried to put a stone in the water and it sank. And he was wondering, all these Vanaras are using my name and putting the stone and making a bridge. And when I myself am putting a stone in the water, it sinks. And there Hanuman tells him, Lord, we carry on our mission because we carry your name. And your name is so powerful that we can play wonders with your name. But when you leave something, when you banish somebody, it has to sink. And that is the point that we need to make. That the name Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Mandir Sathya Sai School is a powerful name for any institution in the world can get at any point of time. You may use millions of names to call your schools. But when you get the blessing of using the name Sri Sathya Sai, it is something which can change the whole world. And that is the great benevolence that all of us carry here sitting in the precincts. And that is the grace Bhagawan has put. I also want to underline one more thing. That when Bhagawan has chosen us to be in Sri Sathya Sai schools, he has full confidence that we will convey and succeed in the mission that he wants us to achieve. And his mission of education is totally different. It is not history, geography, science and mathematics. It is not goals and accolades and awards that you win. Bhagavan always wanted that true education must make a good human being. Bhagavan never wanted to create an education system that makes superb lawyers, excellent doctors, great scientists. That's a byproduct. But really, he was keen to ensure that every institution that bears his divine name brings forth good human beings. And good human beings, which he decided was human beings with great character. Character with that means that he or she has the skill to live life between birth and death and fulfill the mission of understanding his inherent divinity. Now you may say that this goal is different from the local goal of earning money, living life. It's not different. When the chores of day-to-day life are perceived from the conscience, are perceived from the reality of divinity that you and I are, life becomes a different picture. And that is a robust, great adventure of life where every human being is always happy, both in happiness and sorrow. What's the goal of Sathya Sai education? The goal of Sathya Sai education was giving that skill set to every child, every boy and every girl, that in life, whenever there is a conflict, and there always is, whenever there is a conflict between the mind and the conscience, the child has the skill set to put the conscience into action and command his mind and become a mastermind. That is the goal, that education that Bhagavan wanted us to pursue. And you will realize, brothers and sisters, that the Sri Sathya Sai education system, as we will see in the next 2 days, is focused on this, creating robust human beings who can stand forth as individuals with self-confidence, self-sacrifice, self-satisfaction, and have the capability and the excellence of reaching self-satisfaction. When you have this as the core, everything else is possible. As Vivekananda once said, if I was given a chance to study again, would I study history, geography, science, or mathematics? And he said, no. I would study that art by knowing which all knowledge is mine whenever I want it. And the hallmark of Swami Vivekananda was that he was a great practitioner of meditation. It was intuition. Out of the two faculties of education, of intellect and intuition, intuition is the one which has the core in divinity, which has the source of all knowledge. And that's where Sathya Sai schools can stand different from all the other schools, because we have the curriculum of the common minimum program. I have today with me Brother P.G. Bitre. Bitreji worked very hard in this direction. And I remember him sitting at Bhagavan's divine lotus feet and getting guidance on this issue also. And the common minimum program that he set forth before all of us is an amazing hallmark, a speciality, a USP of only Sathya Sai schools. Brothers and sisters, you can have a scientist that gets the Nobel Prize, but is a useless person in the family, a useless father, a useless mother, a useless friend. You can have a doctor who's superb, he can make 10 open heart surgeries at one point of time, but no character, only running after money, and no sensitivity, no human being. Let's decide today. If we are under the banner of Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, it is his wish that we command. It is his wish that we fulfill. We want to understand what education means as he explained to us, and not from what you have learned and I have learned in B.Eds and M.Eds and researches. In front of Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, all the researches, all the qualifications are important only to implement what should be implemented, and that is the real core of education that Bhagavan gave of all of us. The dream today is, before we onset on this 2-day seminar, is how do we fulfill Bhagavan's dream? And Bhagavan's dream is good for mankind, to create a robust mankind which has at its core pure divinity, good for people, good for society, self-sacrifice, and people who can create a good environment. That is the dream that we want to fulfill, brothers and sisters, and we pray to Bhagavan to bless us, to help us to fulfill his dream. From today onwards till 2025, there is only one mission, and there is only one goal, and there is only one activity. In whatever instrumentation of activities that we may pick up, the only goal is to fulfill the divine wish of Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba as the avatar of the age, because he is the solution, he is the solace, and he is the blessing for mankind. You and I have a chance to be a part of it. Let's fulfill it. Jai Sai Ram, and I welcome you to this 3-day ceremony. Jai Sai Ram.
चरणा गजानना
मंगल चरणा गजानना
मंगल चरणा गजानना
मंगल चरणा गजानना
गजवदना शुभानना गजवदना शुभानना
गजवदना शुभानना
मंगल चरणा गजानना
मंगल चरणा गजानना
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
गौरी तनया गजानना
संकटहरणा श्री साई रमणा संकटहरणा श्री साई रमणा संकटहरणा श्री साई रमणा संकटहरणा श्री साई रमणा पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो
वेङ्कटरमणा वेङ्कटरमणा वेदोद्धरणा वेङ्कटरमणा वेदोद्धरणा वेङ्कटरमणा लक्ष्मीनारायण नमो नमो लक्ष्मीनारायण नमो नमो साई नारायण नमो नमो साई नारायण नमो 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 पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो संकटहरणा श्री साई रमणा संकटहरणा श्री साई रमणा पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो वेदोद्धरणा वेङ्कटरमणा वेङ्कटरमणा लक्ष्मीनारायण नमो नमो लक्ष्मीनारायण नमो नमो साई नारायण नमो नमो साई नारायण नमो 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 पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो पंकज चरणा नमो नमो संकटहरणा श्री साई रमणा काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा दुर्गा देवी दुर्गा भवानी दुर्गा देवी दुर्गा भवानी दुर्गा दुर्गा देवी दुर्गा भवानी दुर्गा देवी दुर्गा भवानी काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी काली महाकाली कपालिनी मंगल गौरी माता महेश्वरी मंगल गौरी माता महेश्वरी मंगल गौरी माता महेश्वरी मंगल गौरी माता महेश्वरी राज राजेश्वरी लक्ष्मी नारायण राज राजेश्वरी लक्ष्मी नारायण राज राजेश्वरी लक्ष्मी नारायण राज राजेश्वरी लक्ष्मी नारायण काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी काली महाकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा दुर्गा देवी दुर्गा भवानी दुर्गा दुर्गा देवी दुर्गा भवानी काली काली महाकाली कपालिनी तेरे नाम, ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, साईं तेरे नाम, ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, साईं तेरे नाम, ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, साईं तेरे नाम, सर्वधर्म प्रिय साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, 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 अल्लाह साईं मौला साईं, अल्लाह साईं मौला साईं, अल्लाह साईं मौला साईं, अल्लाह साईं मौला साईं, हे शुबुद्ध साईं, हे महावीर 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 साईं, गोविंद साईं, गोपाल साईं, नानक 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 साईं, सर्वधर्म प्रिय साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, 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 ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, साईं तेरे नाम, ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, साईं तेरे नाम, सर्वधर्म प्रिय साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, सर्वधर्म प्रिय साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, अल्लाह साईं मौला साईं, अल्लाह साईं मौला साईं, हे शुबुद्ध साईं, हे महावीर साईं, हे शुबुद्ध साईं, हे महावीर साईं, गोविंद साईं, गोपाल साईं, नानक साईं, गोविंद साईं, गोपाल साईं, नानक साईं, सर्वधर्म प्रिय साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, 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 ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, साईं तेरे नाम, कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल, 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 निस दिन मैं भजूं तेरो नाम, निस दिन मैं भजूं तेरो नाम, कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल, तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल, हे नंदलाला गोपाला, हे नंदलाला गोपाला, हे नंदलाला गोपाला, हे नंदलाला गोपाला, गोपाला गोपाला, गोपाला गोपाला, कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल,
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल।
निस दिन मैं भजूं तेरो नाम,
मैं भजूं तेरो नाम।
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल,
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल।
हे नंदलाला गोपाला,
हे नंदलाला गोपाला,
गोपाला गोपाला,
गोपाला गोपाला,
गोविंदा गोविंदा गोविंद गोपाला,
गोविंदा गोविंदा गोविंद गोपाला।
साई कृष्ण साई राम,
कृष्ण साई राम,
साई कृष्ण साई राम,
साई कृष्ण साई राम।
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजे मेरे लाल। ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम,
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम।
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम,
सीताराम सीताराम।
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम,
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम।
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम,
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम,
ओम श्री राम जय जय राम।
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम,
सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम।
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम,
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम।
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम,
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम।
ओम श्री राम जय जय
राम। गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले, वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले।
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले, वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले,
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले, वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले।
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले, वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले,
रंग रंग विठ्ठले, श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले।
रंग रंग विठ्ठले, वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले
रंग रंग विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
रंग रंग विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
रंगा रंगा विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
रंगा रंगा विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले
रंग रंग विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
रंग रंग विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण 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 विठ्ठले
रंग रंग विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
रंग रंग विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
रंगा रंगा विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
रंगा रंगा विठ्ठले श्री पांडुरंग विठ्ठले
गोविंद कृष्ण विठ्ठले वेणुगोपाल कृष्ण विठ्ठले
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतीता आश्रित कल्पलतीता आपद्बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे पिता गुरुदैवमु मरि अंतयु नीवे स्वामी मरि अंतयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओ साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगलारती अंधुको मंगलारती अंधुको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ साई